Not another Hollywood couple calling it quits. Rapper Jeezy files for divorce in Atlanta, Georgia on Thursday to Jeannie Mai, former co-host of The Real.
Jeannie Mai is done being the divorced wife. Poor girl has been going through a lot with Jeezy slapping her with the divorce papers out of nowhere. Naturally, Jeannie was devastated, and so were fans who thought that the couple. Jeannie was down in the deep end, but she's back on her feet and she's making sure Jeezy pays for the divorce. Jeannie revealed Jeezy as a clout chaser and practically revealed the truth about who he is behind the scenes.
And I can definitely tell you that I don't know if I would handle this the same way without her.
Jeannie Mai is sharing new details about how she's doing in her first interview since news broke that she and rapper Jeezy were ending their marriage of 2 years.
Just what did she say? And is there any truth to her words? Welcome back to Celebrity Fix, where we will be talking about how Jeannie Mai exposed Jeezy for being a clout chaser. But before we give you the deets, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.
Hand to heart, I swear, any woman who has been divorced, in that year, you have red flags if it's not going to work. I did.
Jeannie Mai had her world turned upside down recently when the love of her life, Jeezy, served her with divorce papers. Never in a million years did she imagine herself in a situation like this. Sure, she's had failed relationships before. In fact, she was married to Freddie from 2007 to 2018. But eventually, she ended up divorcing Freddie. Not because he cheated or anything, but because she didn't want to have kids and Freddie did. During a May 2017 episode of the show The Real, Jeannie said, "You know how much I love Freddie, my husband. He's my life. And before we got married, I was very clear about the fact that I probably would not have kids, just because I'd never felt that. And now, getting older, he definitely seems like he wants kids, and he actually came out and said that he wants children." Eventually, the two decided it was best to part ways, and Jeannie decided to never get married again. But then Jeezy entered her life, and suddenly all her rules went out the window. In Jeezy, Jeannie saw a future. She pictured a house with their kids running around in the front yard.
I kept it to myself. I didn't say anything to him about it because I didn't know exactly what it was. I just began to fall into a love with Jeezy that I had never experienced before. And this love opened up visions and dreams of things I wanted to do with him that I never pictured doing. Building a future, building a family, building the type of childhood and the type of freedom and love that we didn't always have as kids in someone new.
And what do you know? Jeezy and Jeannie got engaged in April 2020 after meeting each other only in 2018. They then walked down the aisle in 2021 in a beautiful ceremony. To be fair, everyone thought that these two were going in the fast lane, and it looks like they were right. Maybe if they'd waited a while and not jumped into things, then maybe they wouldn't be going through a divorce right now. To be fair, Jeannie really did think that Jeezy was the one. She never thought she'd be divorced, which is why the entire situation came as a shock to her. To make it worse, Jeezy had been planning the divorce for a while now. Apparently, he had the court documents notarized in June, meaning that he was putting on a show for months. What's more, he stated that their bond was irretrievably broken in the papers, and that there was no hope for reconciliation. He had also requested joint custody of their daughter. Naturally, Jeannie was devastated. She was all over the place, and instead of making a spectacle of herself in public, she decided that the best thing to do was go into hiding, and that's exactly what she did. For a while, no one heard a word from Jeannie. But then she popped back on Instagram one day with a post that read, "Sometimes you need to take a break and disconnect."
Jeannie Mai is taking the time she needs to heal. Nearly a month after her husband Jeezy filed for divorce, The Real host notifies her followers that she's temporarily stepping back from social media.
Fans were obviously delighted to have their girl back on the gram, but they also noticed something else. Jeannie had mysteriously dropped Jeezy's last name from her username, which only meant one thing: Jeannie was ready to move on. To be fair, some of us didn't think she'd ever divorce Jeezy. Initially, word on the street was that Jeannie was desperately trying to save her marriage. A source close to the TV show host revealed that Jeannie had been spending more time in Atlanta to work things out. She apparently didn't want the marriage to end. That said, fans have been shooting theories about the reason for the divorce, And some of them think that Jeezy might have done it to put himself in the spotlight, which would very much make him a clout chaser. Think about it. Ever since the divorce, Jeezy has had no trouble getting his name out there. It probably helped with the sale of his book and helped his songs climb the ratings. However, fans are saying the same thing about Jeannie as well. They think that Jeannie is milking the divorce to promote her new show. She suspiciously came back out of the blue and started talking about the divorce when she'd been staying quiet before. Just why would she do that? Well, it's not hard to figure out why. That aside, it looks like Jeannie is doing well. She seems like she's stopped trying to fix the marriage and has made her peace with it. She had a life before Jeezy and she can find one after him. She has her job, a flourishing career, and her kid.
How you doing, Mama?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it takes every day to just really sit and just be quiet in your thoughts, take care of me. But one thing I know is you give God your pain, he will give you his power. Girl, period. So every day, I'm like, here you go. You got room for more? Here's some more.
Here you go.
And just taking it day by day,
I know.
And turning off everything helps too.
Yes.
After that moment, I just turned off every single device in my house, and I really tuned into the voices I really needed to hear, which was me and the truth.
Honestly, no one expected Jeannie to be so direct with her answers. Meanwhile, Jeezy has been sending some waves as well. He's come out of his hiding space and is addressing the divorce rumors. He said, "The decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a heavy heart. Despite this, my love and respect for Jeannie remains the same, and the time we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. Our beautiful daughter is the best gift from our relationship, and I am committed to assuring she feels the love and stability she deserves. During this time, I kindly request that you respect our family's privacy as we focus on healing." This is a first for Jeezy as well, because up until now, he was keeping a low profile. In fact, he was pretending that the divorce didn't exist at all. Unlike Jeannie, he didn't go underground. Instead, he was out there in the interviews, not addressing the divorce rumors at all. At this point, fans don't know how the situation will go from here. Last we heard, Jeezy and Jeannie were still living together at their Georgia property. However, they weren't exactly playing husband and wife. Apparently, they only saw each other when one of them was leaving or entering the house. We still don't know who's getting custody of their daughter. Jeezy wanted full custody last time we checked. He did switch to 50-50, but fans don't think Jeannie will let her daughter move somewhere else. She's gonna fight tooth and nail to keep her daughter in Los Angeles. She's also going to put up a fight for the alimony. Jeezy was smart enough to make her sign a prenup before the marriage, but like we said, Jeannie ain't one to give up. She has some powerful divorce lawyers who are ready to step into battle. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Jeannie was right to spill the truth like this? Do you think Jeezy will fire back? Will this drama end here? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We'll see you next time with more updates from the celebrity world.